So this is going to be a gematria decode on Robert Fico. Now, I've done a live stream on well, sometimes when I do a live stream I might do a bit of gematria, but today I'm going to do one because it's a very interesting thing that happened yesterday, because people say, oh, you know, this guy got assassinated because of some positions he took. So let's start from the report. Slovakia Prime Minister Robert Fico was shot and injured. Was meeting a crowd of supporters when he was struck in the stomach after 4 shots were fired. Reports say he's in life-threatening conditions, being injured in the shooting. We'll have to go wait and see. He's 59. Something that someone told me. A veteran popular, he returned to power in Slovakia after elections last year, fueled by promises to halt military aid to Ukraine, criticism of sanctions against China and Russia. You know the usual stuff. It's always curious when people who are like are anti-war type people, anti-war, they tend to be pro-Russia. I'm on about the anti-war activists in the West particularly, and they look at and they always like present a kind of pro-Russian stance, and this guy's no different. He's supposedly critical of the Ukrainian war, like, I don't like what's going on in Ukraine, but I side with Russia. I mean, people say, look, this guy's going after the West. But the problem is, this narrative of the West as the evil and Russia as the good is not true at all. It is just propaganda, because they're all in it together, these countries. That's what you got to understand. So that's some of his thing. I'm not going to read the whole thing because I don't want to talk about that particularly wording, the LQ word. It says he was transferred to a local hospital, taken to a helicopter emergency trauma unit in Banska Bystrica. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, look. I mean, this is his background. Photographed in a gay bar, together with women. He's had extramarital affairs. Again, typical, in it. Then there's allegations. Did he use public funds to pay for a dinner with a woman he's seen, his secretary? So this is this guy. I mean, this guy's like very colourful character, you could say. Yeah. Before I carry on, I just want to get this out to people, please. If you're interested in the work I do, please share it. I did seem to have a are we recording still? Yeah, we're recording. Okay, we go to let me. You see, I always make sure that people get my attention here. Just want people to know that I am live. Because yeah, just because I've got a few platforms that I yeah, just getting it out to people. Yeah, just please message me when you can, so I'll let you hear feedback. So yeah, so this guy got a colourful background. He's having all these marital affairs, typical of politicians. These marital affairs, extramarital affairs. He was anti-lockdown. He's against NATO, and all that. Against the Ukraine war, yeah, all the usual stuff. I mean, here is something from Saint Michael's Word on the Twitter. Look, even the small hats honoured him for his commitment to tolerance. I mean, the amount of times I've read stories of these politicians getting awards from the small hats is staggering. I'm using the phrase small hats because I hope I don't get in trouble, because I don't want to use the other word, because in case I get in trouble. So again, indication that these guys are controlled. I think the guy's controlled, if I'm being honest. Interesting, the kill date. Interesting, yesterday, the date numerologies are 64, 14, 17. And as you know, the word shooting is 44. And the word shot is 7. I'm going to go through these details, but let me just quickly go to the calculator. Because it's called a shooting, isn't it? Right? So, just making sure we're on the same page. So, don't know why my keyboard looks like that, but that's my phone. Shooting is 44, as you can see right there. Shooting is 44. Then we had a shooting yesterday on the 44 date numerology. The word shot is 17, date numerology. Shooting 44, shot 17. His last name Fico is 33. Again, we always see 33 in many of these events. Interestingly, his name equals 666 in gematria. Again, another red flag. Because these people who come to power, they never come to power organically. In the sense, they come out of nowhere. They work their ass off to become prime minister or MP or senator for a country or parliament, congress, or whatever. So they are always groomed in these positions. The word shot is 67, like a bloodsucker is 67. But so far, there's no the saying he's under a life-threatening condition. Well, we should see how it plays out. He might survive, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Interestingly, his name also equals 15. Hence, yesterday was the 15th of May, and he was shot on the 15th of May, and his last name is 15. Slovakia equals 36. As I mentioned before, his name equals 666, and Slovakia equaling 36 means that 36 is the triangular number of the number 666. See how these connect. Slovakia 36, his name is 666, which is the 36 triangular number. I remember this event as well. I wasn't born when this happened, but I always think of this one because we talk about assassination attempts. This one happened in the United States on Ronald Reagan, March 30th, 1981, and using the date duration calculator, time and date one, it happened 15,000 something days after Reagan's assassination attempt. The reason why I highlight the fact that Reagan to Fico, two assassination attempts, which are 15,000 something days apart, because the one yesterday took place on the 15th. 15,000 days from Ronald Reagan's assassination attempt took place on the 15th of May. And also 43 years from Reagan's assassination attempt, which was yesterday. 1 month and 16 days. Roman Catholic Church is 116. 1 month and 16 days. Killing is 43. Shot by a 71-year-old man, Catholic 71, And I mean, by the way, little bit of history here. Oh, by the way, they say the shooter was a liberal who was opposed to the Prime Minister of Slovakia. That's what they're saying in the news. And there's a history of people getting assassinated or an attempt assassination. Like there was one in Europe, Margaret Thatcher. In England. Then there's this one, Anne Lynn from Sweden. Isn't it interesting that the date of a assassination was 9/11/2003? Isn't that curious to people? Hi, Coffee Girl. Have you been able to have you so far watched? Have you watched my live so far? Have you seen my decode? Because I would love your feedback, because I'm just trying to cover what I can about this, what happened in Slovakia yesterday. I mean, I was told about it. I didn't know nothing about it until I was told. So I just thought, oh, that's interesting, isn't it? So yeah, look, this person here in Sweden assassinated on 9/11/2003 in Sweden. And it's kind of curious that it's kind of curious that she got assassinated 248 months before the assassination attempt on the Slovakia Prime Minister yesterday. 248. Now 248 refers to an orbit around the Sun, Pluto of the past, and 248 over the past year, which was 2022, returned to the same degrees described by astrologers as USS Pluto return. And this is something about, and they say that we're on Pluto's return now still. The main themes of Pluto transit, individual country are facing the shadow, conflicting fears, endings and new beginnings, healing and regeneration. Now these endings and new beginnings, does that sound familiar to you? Something that other YouTubers have spoke about we're approaching the end of this current world order and approaching a new world order, or an old age into the new age. Pluto in Capricorn has shown us a spectre of authoritarian rule and a possible future in which our democracy will crumble. As worst fears as a nation are becoming material, we may be losing the very principle upon which our country was founded. As Supreme Court decisions continue to erode voting rights. I don't believe I'm overstating this. This is kind of talking about the way things are going badly, you could say. Now this is 4th of July. As you probably know, that's the America's independence, and it's like a span of 270 years. But basically, it's nearly 248 years from America's independence, and we're approaching Pluto's return. Yeah, that number 248, we see it a lot. Yeah, and they're saying that Trump might get assassinated. There might be assassination on him. Is this what, I mean, it does make you wonder, is that a signal on Donald Trump's assassination attempt? To wait and see, innit? Yeah, that was the decode I did. It pisses me off that it's falling apart on purposes. Yeah, it is. You're in the States, so you know about the bridge collapse that happened. Was it Michigan? I mean, people keep saying about, that Golden Gate Bridge is going to collapse. I mean, it hasn't happened, but it might or might not happen. There was a Boeing plane that crashed. Let me just get that up. Boeing. That's a very strange thing. And these Boeing whistleblowers, they are getting They were in the news. I mean, they've been used quite often. Some of their planes are just being mysteriously crashing. The commercial ones, that is, not the military ones, the commercial ones. Some highlighted, some pointed out, with Boeing, or why is it only commercial planes or Boeing that are falling off in the sky? I mean, this has happened yesterday. Trump's Boeing 777 clipped couple jet at West Palm Beach Airport. So people are saying, people approach up and saying, oh, look, is this an assassination attempt on him? Well, maybe he's hinting at that he's going to be assassinated, or attempted assassination, but we'll see. It's all part of the script, people. It's not about who's opposing the New World Order and who's not. It's because they control all sides. You got to understand. So yeah, you got all these things happening, and while I'm on the date, what was the date one? Yeah, the date one. Yeah, the date one. Let me go back here. We go to June. This may not mean anything, but I'm going to put it anyway. Yeah. Oh, let me go. Sorry, let me go back. That was not my intention. 15. Come on. Just want to highlight that the 14th of June is Trump's birthday, and this assassination attempt happened 4 weeks and 3 days from Trump's birthday, or if you really go technical, 44,000 minutes from Trump's next birthday. The word kills 44, shooters 44. 43 is killing. 4 weeks and 3 days. Right. Just highlighting this because word on the street is, well, on YouTube, that I mean again, this is all based on those Illuminati game cards that often predict things that can happen. Like they might have a picture of Trump getting assassinated, but so I mean the purpose of an assassination on Trump would be to cause a kind of internal chaos in the US, because it would rile up the Trump base already. If they're not riled up, that would rile up even more. So that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like it's going to happen. They get to destroy our way of life just to fuck with us, making things as hard on us as possible while they're not affected. Yeah, I agree. They destroy. Yeah, as you know, Coffee Girl, the reason why they get away with it, because we're not. Despite, you probably know this, right? Despite the fact there's so much access to information now about what's really going on in the world. Here's the problem. You got like, I don't know how to phrase this. You got one camp that's awake to the global conspiracy, but they still cling on to your vote counts, and if there's like evidence of electoral fraud, they will run with it, saying, "Oh look, they rigged the vote because we wanted our guy Trump to be president, or we wanted Hillary Clinton to be our president, or Biden." Or, where I'm going with this. those people that are informed about conspiracies, they will say, oh, voting still matters despite everything. I might name a few names in the alternative media if I'm being honest. Let me just type it in. You might not know this person, but someone I interacted with once online. You know, she seemed to be interested in gematria. This person here, Project Chani. The person you see on the very far left is Shani. She does her own podcast and that. I mean, she is proudly a lesbian, gay, but I don't care about that. But it's not my thing. But she even wrote. I mean, she supposedly is informed about a number of issues, right? Issues. She's informed about issues, yeah. She said, it says here, we have real conversations about the state of our world, our own awakenings, as personal stories and other things, to make you the black sheep of family gatherings. I hope to give you another look at all your favourite weird, esoteric, quantum and mind-blowing topics. A full of you of people who are bringing you with all these sensitive truths. So she's trying to say, look, we talk about the good shit, the deeper things. That's what she's trying to say. She's been on YouTube since 2014. But here's a problem. Oh, you follow her? Yeah, she's a. I think. Well, she's a Donald Trump supporter. I mean, I used to follow her on Twitter. Then I stopped following her simply because she don't seem. She kept saying about how bad Hillary Clinton was, but then I tried to say, you know, Trump's also bad as well. Then she just dismissed what I said about Trump. She's proper like Trump is so good. She even wore a T-shirt saying "Gays for Trump," which I thought was bizarre and strange. I mean, I don't know why people have to limit themselves to say, gays for Trump, or Muslims for Trump, or blacks for Trump. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't care. I don't follow. I've heard of her. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to single it out. It's just that there's people like this in the Twitter that are literally, you know, pro Trump. They'll talk about secret societies. They'll talk about a lot of deep topics, right? But then they say, oh, by the way, guess what? They are. Let me just charge my phone. They're pro Donald Trump. I mean, why? Yeah, I interacted with her. She's like, when I spoke about Russia, again, I don't want to sound like I'm simply criticizing Russia because it's Russia. I'm just trying to say, you know what, all these countries are in bed together. They are the same kind of thing. She's saying, I don't want to be told how bad Russia is, or something like that. She said to me, and I'm like, listen, they're all bad. It doesn't matter which politicians it is in, left or right. And I do get somewhat frustrated, not with her specifically, but anyone that says, you know, look how great Putin is, because Putin is a nationalist. Putin is I'm talking about Russia now again. You know, saying, oh look how, but they don't say, oh hello. Can I knock some sense into you? They're puppets, man. Don't you get it? They're puppets. Why do you not see that? I mean, this is the problem they're facing. This is why things are messed up right now. Because you're dealing with a section of people that are supposedly awake, but they still cling on to the idea that their vote counts. It does not count. It will never count, because they know who they want in office at the end of the day. Sorry, coffee girl. I'm ranting here. I'm not going to follow anyone who pushed voting or supports president. Well, yes, I agree with that. Obviously, I don't know if I've told you already, but I have voted in my life, but obviously the first time I voted, I wasn't into this conspiracy thing. I wasn't, and the other time I voted I was into the conspiracy, but I wasn't like totally into geometry at the time. But looking back, I wish I didn't vote. But you know what? But you know what? I'm just highlighting the fact here. Sometimes, if you do something and you own up to it, for me, it's a sign of, you know what? At least you seen through the bullshit. Because now I know for a fact there's no point voting anyway. My friends are supposed to be awake, and they still follow celebrities, and they believe they're fake drama. Yeah, that's another annoying thing, isn't it? Celebrities. I mean, it's the cult of celebrity. Why? I mean, these celebrities. What is so special about them? What is so special about them? I know they're talented. I know they can. I know they're talented. I won't take that away from them. They're talented. Talented singing, talented in acting. You know, blah blah blah, all the usual stuff. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, they're talented, but when it comes to politics, they don't know anything. They don't know, despite what they might claim. Despite those videos of them, saying give money to charity, give money to Africa, people of Africa, the poor people of Africa, stuff like that. The usual, or they even promoted the CV. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to use the full word, the CV, because what was it? It's because if I use the full description, I will get slapped with the misinformation. So I'm using they promoted the CV, as did Chris Rock. I mean, it's cringing when people promote stuff that's not good for you. So that's baffling anyway for me. I see the citizens as enemies. Well, I wouldn't call them I wouldn't say our enemies, but I understand where you're coming from. I just see them. I'm more like see them as people that are just a waste of time. They're a waste of space. They really are. I mean, I do still watch Hollywood films, TV shows. Well, not many TV shows. I don't watch many TV shows. I still do. I might talk positive about them as being good at what they do, which is acting, of course. But I don't like following them blindly, which is an important thing to know about anyone really. Qualities of celebrities. Don't follow anyone blindly. Don't think that they are the solution to the problems that you face. But no, this is carry on. That's what I say. Oh yeah, something I remembered. You remember yesterday we did a live about the. I was only gonna do the decode, but I was gonna, I was on another platform before. I was gonna go back there. Yeah, I'm alright. What's up? Oh, some guy saying hello. I don't want to just stop my license to talk to somebody. Let's see. I was gonna talk about the popularity of royal family, because I think you guys spoke on it. Okay, this is YouGov. Now YouGov has ties to the government in some way or another. So it's God knows how they do these polls. I mean, to me, I realise polls can be manipulated, so it's hard to know what the true figures are, because it depends how they word the questions to people, and then they come with a positive response. So it comes here from this is dated from it's dated here. When it comes to the institutes of the monarchy in general, 50% of the Britons, they've got British people here, I'm one of course, overall have a positive view, but this ranges from 79% over 65s, no surprise, because they've experienced it from their childhood, the royals, to 32% of 18 to 24 years. 32%. Well, at least, you know what? At least there's people that are young that don't really care for the royals. 58%. 58. Well, guess what? Freemasonry is 58, and the royal family are Freemasons. Again, not a conspiracy theory. They are Freemasons. Everyone knows that. Even the media knows that. So no one can say. What's this? Kate Middleton, now most popular royal. Oh, look at this. Kate Middleton, Prince William. The Prince and the Princess of Wales. I'm assuming they mean, Kate and William. Charles is 4th. Yeah. The least popular. Oh, Prince Andrew. Well, that's not surprising, of course, with all the Epstein stuff. Yeah. You still there, coffee girl? I just showed some data. I don't think it's reliable data, but it's data showing how popular the royal family are. And it's not. I mean, even if it was true, it's still staggering to think that they're popular. I don't understand. It's obviously people don't like. It's obviously from the data itself, it does show some truth. Is that King Charles is not that popular. Sorry, I didn't comment. Oh no! Oh, don't apologise to me. I'm all right. I'm okay. No. Yeah, it's just. Look, it's just saying. Saying that the print. Yeah, showing that. William and Kate, they're popular, and then Charles is ranked 4th. All these. Okay, look. Here's a funny one. King Charles ranks 4th with 56% holding a favourable view. 56%. Princess Anne, 3rd place, 64%. 56. Mind control, 56. Royal family, 56. Again, 69. Jesuit order, 69. I don't know. I could put those words in the calculator just to confirm it, but I'm sure you know what I'm saying. Look at that. Again, like I say, I don't believe these. I don't necessarily believe these poll numbers. I'm very skeptical anyway. So it's yeah, the poll numbers. Yeah. I mean, I always question how do they come up with these conclusions? Yeah, I've always been skeptical of polling. I mean, I've read like a lot of information over the years about how they do these polls. They ask certain questions. Yeah, they never. If they asked real questions about the royals, so those numbers would not be, well, not be in the, you know, the 50s and the 60s, meaning that they wouldn't appear to be as popular as we think. But just because it, I mean, they don't even ask. They only ask, like, say 1,000 people. 1,000 people. These 1,000 people when they do these polling. That's what is important to understand. That's how they do the polling. They only ask 1,000 people. They're not asking like you know, like, say 1 million people what they think, you know, or what 100,000 people what they think. It's always like 1,000 people or 500 people or 400. So these polls are very selective in the questions they ask to come up with such data like that, if that makes sense, because that's what they do. So it's hard to know. Obviously, I don't believe in it. I never take the polling seriously. Most of the time, I don't take them seriously. So yeah, that's the Royals. Okay, I better go, because I think I was I think I went on for too long, so I better run. Thanks for joining me, people. I hope this has been a great stream. Touched on the geometry of the assassination attempt on Robert Fico, Slovakia Prime Minister, as well as talking about other topics as well. So just have a good night, or just good morning. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I always try to be. I try, because I've never been the best. I mean, in Britain we call it gift of the gab, being able to talk, being a master talker. I've never been like a master talker, you know, a great speaker, is what I'm trying to say. But I try my best to bring out the information I can. So yeah, thank you for that. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. See you guys soon.